talking about Etsy right now a little bit and how it might affect us in the music world here.
Love Etsy.
It's a cool thing. It's a whole different monster than it used to be in 2007, where it was like a small little community of artists and craftspeople selling things, and now it's like selling things from mass markets across the world.
You used to just like go on there and buy like little chains with like crystals as gifts.
They still have those.
Like, oh yeah, cool.
Or like a cool guitar strap made out of cork,
right,
or something that's
like your name burned in there.
Yeah, and that's the fun thing. But so Etsy's it's a giant business now, and they acquired Reverb a few years back, and there was a Reverb price hike in 2020, I believe it was. It went from 3.5 to 5%.
Yes.
Well, Etsy just announced that they're going from 5 to 6.5%, and our guess is that this might follow soon in the music world. But let's just talk about what Etsy's doing right now. So they, their CEO Josh Silverman announced that in their fourth quarter earnings reportings that they were going to do that, and they earn a lot too. So Etsy is not a small business. Their consolidated business is about $12.2 billion in sales.
Billion
dollars.
With a B.
Reverb sort of 948. What is it? What was Reverb? Reverb's like $948 million, and then 294. And Dispot. It's another group that's so confusing. There's so many little sub things in it, but anyway, $1 billion.
Lots of money. Yeah.
It's a big thing, and they're gonna increase the fee in accordance to do 3 primary things.
Okay.
What do you think those 3 things might be? I
Maybe.
just want to make up stuff.
I'm going to say advertise better so to more people so you sell quicker.
That is actually number one thing. They're going to spend, how much money are they going to spend? They're about $500 million or $600 million last year, and they're going to spend more.
Let's see if I can guess them all, because I really have no idea.
Okay, don't read any of my notes that I have.
Yeah, I can't read. They don't teach you to read in 3rd grade. Let's see. They're probably going to be maybe protecting, I'm going to say buyers more.
I think there is some of that in there.
It's like a buyer-seller / protection. Think I'm on Family Feud.
It's like, I mean, we were talking about the other day is like when the host was like,
Steve Harvey.
He was the one thing he was talking about where do you want your woman to sit? And like when the guy said on your face, and it was one of the answers, I literally spit out my Coca-Cola when we were watching it as a shop together. They're going to increase their support by 20%. There's been a lot of like ire online saying like the support's terrible with Etsy right now. I don't know. I don't deal with Etsy. My support with Reverb is pretty stellar.
Yeah.
Like we have a fella that we work with based out of Chicago, and he's awesome. So I don't know if that's a thing. But like, I mean, some of the other sellers might be having issues with it. If you're an Etsy seller, let us know. We don't operate within Etsy, but we're sort of future forecasting for what will happen with Reverb, we think.
Yeah.
So they think that will, I'll read exactly. We'll grow our support team by more than 20% this year, so you can get more help more quickly and easily, including faster email responses, expanded access to live chat, and prioritization of your most urgent requests.
Okay.
That sounds pretty good.
So not so much protection, but support.
I think we'll get into support a little bit. But keeping Etsy unique is the 3rd one. I know, that's pretty funny. This is the quote: "We'll build on last year's roughly $40 million investment in the teams and technology that make our marketplace a safe and secure destination for handmade, vintage, and special items. This year's will expand our efforts to remove listings that don't meet our policies and help you resolve issues with buyers." So it's trying to help the sellers a bit more. They're saying, so that's actually a good thing.
That is, I mean,
and it's a good.
Keep us unique. It sounds like they're hiring the mob to be like, go break the competition's knees or something. Yeah.
The keep us unique part was, I thought that was sort of just a neat.
I get it. I get what they're saying, right? Like the cool things that make them.
Now they also have a feature that's sort of snuck in there a little bit. It's called offsite ads.
Yes.
And that's a feature that's they're gonna spend their money sort of advertising certain key products that they see fit. But you will pay for it if your product sells within this sort of time frame, and you will pay 12 to 15% depending on the ad that they run. And this is
cool. I'll just say I don't want to do it. I'll just opt out.
You cannot opt out if they choose to. I think if you sell over $10,000. So if you're just selling a few things,
probably not a big deal.
$10,000 is a lot of money. It is. I mean, it's a few guitars.
But if your business is totally based on Etsy, Well, like in this, some of this affects whether it's reverb or not. This does affect certain things that touch our industry and
detail.
And, well, like I love those honey picks,
Yes.
and they were a major seller on Etsy. Those guys make cool little boutique picks. I shouldn't say like that. Cool little boutique pick. I mean, but it's they're like all I play. I mean, like I love them. They're amazing. They'll put whatever you want on there.
I was hoping that something that vibrated just came out of your pocket.
Yeah. No, they don't vibrate. That'd be really cool if they just vibrate. But I mean, those are awesome. But I know that at one point they did a lot of business on Etsy. And like you said, a lot of people sell guitar straps or like these handcrafted things. Not necessarily guitars, but accessory things.
Well, it's tricky because we started off at 3.5,
Right.
and we're going to end up at 6.5, and this is not counting bumps.
Yeah.
Or this ad sale. So like before you know it, you're giving away 20%.
Right.
Maybe if you do an ad sale. And this is not guaranteed. This is an Etsy based thing, and we're just sort of maybe future forecasting for Reverb. It might help sell through for a lot of folks.
Yeah, good.
And like I said before, like our team that we work with at Reverb is stellar.
Yes.
Because like we've done some reporting on them, and we were wrong on some of the facts. God, it was
Not us, never. We.
No, when we mess up, we admit it. We go, oh, dude, we got a whole video series we're on prepare of like just our bloopers and missed calls is like what I really want to do because
It's very long and all encompassing.
Yeah,
Go back through every video.
I don't have time for that, but there's a few ones that stand out. But and wait, like even like about 2 years ago, there's when I just laughed. I'm like, oh Lord, boy, did I miss that one.
I was trying to save it.
Don't say what it is. We'll do a video on it. Okay. We're gonna say it.
All right.
But no, but like we were wrong with Reverb on just some of the buyer protection stuff.
Right.
And like what was so cool about it is like they called us up and they're like, oh no, we just want to go through it with you, just make sure you understood, because like we do sell like quite a bit on Reverb, and like it's a fun partner for us to work with. The guys are cool, the gals are cool, like everybody's easy going. Like the fees are getting a little bit high. We don't like the fees obviously, but who likes fees? And who likes taxes? But that's just the nature of the beast. And they've been helpful in a couple key purchases just when we had questions on, and some pretty high ones. And so that's we appreciate that. I don't know if that is the same for if you're selling a few trinkets here and there,
right?
Because we sell quite a bit, I guess, through it. But it's something to watch, and like we've already reached out, and we're going to hopefully be able to follow this up further. We've asked for some comments and some thoughts from Reverb and our team there, just to kind of get an idea if this is coming down the pipeline for Reverb as it is with Etsy, the parent company.
I mean the outside. What is it called? The outside ads.
Yes.
I mean that
offsite ads.
Offsite ads. That could be tricky if Reverb follows suit on that, because there's not. I know people think there's like a million giant huge margin on guitars, but there's not, so if you're talking about giving away 20%,
you're giving away the entire profit for the guitar, most likely.
It
doesn't work for, so if that does fall into guitars, I don't think it can, because I think Reverb knows guitar margins.
They do, obviously.
So that's it. You're pretty much over at that point. So you're selling at a loss.
Especially as a shop, like the shops, because it would only affect really shops, because most average, some people probably are doing over 10 grand, I guess.
Oh yeah, a lot of the smaller cats.
I forget how much we pay for these things that we all love. Yeah, that's right.
It's called a sickness.
Yeah.
It's a big sickness, and I hope you're cured one day, but I doubt it. I mean, yeah.
I never want to be cured.
When I found out how much the Languedoc guitars actually cost,
I really thought you were gonna get one.
I thought I was too, and then I'm not gonna get one. I don't think.
You should just do it.
No, I can't just.
Caution be damned. Just
kids, do you guys want to eat this year?
Not every day.
And I was fine with that. Like I told she was like, "What should we do for dinner?" I'm like, "I think the kids can go without eating tonight." It was expensive bills last month.
Do you need 3 meals every day?
No, the kids get 2. They work on my eating schedule. I need the Theodore. I still am pissed I missed the Noel Gallagher acoustic. That's the one I would have liked to have
That's
had.
the one yes.
Yeah, that's the one that could live in my apartment in like
that made you so happy.
Little case, and I just pop it out and play it every day and sing Wonderwall. And
said maybe.
I love the fact that my kids all know like lyrics to like Wonderwall and Don't Look Back in Anger and Champagne Supernova. And they'll ask me serious questions. Dad, what does it mean to slowly walk down the hall faster than a cannonball? I'm like, it means nothing, and that's what's so great about it. It means whatever you want it to mean.
We had a canon discussion in my home this morning while I was in the shower.
Ew.
I was the only one up.
Was this before or after? the mustache apocalypse.
Well, it was after. I mean, it was before. It was before. Yeah, I had a nice mustache trim this morning. A little close for me, but it's fine.
It's beautiful. I mean, who mind to talk? I like the Wish version of Beetlejuice. I can't say anything. It's horrible.
But yeah, no. We read the Alamo, the What is the Alamo book. You know, the What Is
series.
series.
I love the What Is series. Yeah.
So we finished up the Alamo. Actually, mom and son finished a lot. You know, Christy and Elijah finished it because Dad was gone. So then we were talking about cannons and do we still have cannons and do we still use cannons?
Yes. On giant ones on battleships.
That's what I said.
Which they talked about. They're coming
it's
back.
a little different. No fuses.
Or artillery.
Yeah.
I've been like around like real cannons firing, like the Civil War ones. They're so loud. I don't understand how artillery people do that. It's like the worst job ever.
And they have like,
God bless you guys.
ears,
You guys and gals.
protection.
I know, but think about the old days of Civil War time. Like,
You'd just be deaf.
You're just deaf, yeah.
And you just hope like, a cannonball doesn't come bouncing across and take your leg off.
Or it's like the cannonball blows up when you're shooting at yourself. Yeah. And no, I'm just...
Or the little grape shot, where you just like become a pink cloud.
That's horrible.
I mean, it would be.
I remember in the Gettysburg movie that was like made for TNT, I think, like when they loaded it with like silverware and grape shot, and and then the North Carolina regiment breaks the Union line, and then they just incinerate them. I think it was the head of the chancellor of UNC was leading that charge up.
Yeah.
We like history and science fiction, and we're having a Halo party tonight. We're having a Halo party with our kids to watch the Halo premiere.
Very exciting.
It came out last week, but we're watching the Master Chief show. We're excited. It's not called the Master Chief show. I just think that sounds funny. That could be the spinoff.
That could be the subtitle.
So let us know your thoughts. We're curious to see what happens, and we're probably gonna do a follow up with this too when we get all the other facts in, if we get the other facts in. But this is our conjecture, our hypotheses for what may be coming, and hopefully if they do invest more, it does equal more sales for everyone.
Is that here's my final question. You said we were done. Is it worth it to pay more fees for quicker turn? Like if you can turn through stuff, turn over.
In some cases, yes. In some cases, yes. I think it could be but it's tricky in the guitar market where we have such finite goods.
Because you can't necessarily just pump
replenish
more things
that.
through. That's
it's
right.
not that, if we order a guitar, it's months to years.
Yeah.
Certain guitars are years, not year.
Years.
And not even 2 years sometimes, multi-year. It's insane. It's a weird world we live in. But thank you for watching. Click that subscribe button. What else did they click?
The like button.
I like the like button.
And the bell.
I'm so happy you can't see the thumbs down buttons right now.
Just know it's there. Just know that they're there.
I know. It's just so nice that you just don't have to see it. You can see the percentages later.
If you when you're trying to go to sleep, think about the thumbs down button.
It's hard to sleep sometimes when you think about this stuff. So I just let it go. I just let it crash into oblivion and live life. Hey, thanks for watching. Share your thoughts and your experiences with both Etsy and Reverb thus far. And we will talk to you guys soon.
See you next time. Thanks for hanging out.